After 10 years of being DINK, my husband's mistress got pregnant. He didn't make her abort it, instead, he told me he wanted to be a father. I had two choices, one was to take $3 billion in compensation and divorce, the other was to continue being Mrs. Livia, with this child counting as mine, becoming a mother without the pain. The Sia family all thought I would choose the second option, after all, they knew how much I loved Sean. But I chose the first without hesitation. There was no other reason. I was reborn. In my previous life, I fought with Sean's mistress for a lifetime, and the empire I built ultimately fell into her son's hands. Given another chance, I wanted to slack off. Take the money, become a wealthy woman, enjoy life, and like Sean, keep a few young boys for fun. In my previous life, I worked myself to death. After learning about Sean's affair, I was so angry that I harbored intense hatred, staying up for 2 days and nights to devise a meticulous revenge plan. First, I sidelined Sean, seizing most of the control over the Sia Corporation, then carried out bold reforms, multiplying the value of my shares 4 or 5 times. Sean's mistress Maya and their son Andy were thoroughly suppressed by me, hiding abroad and not daring to return or contact Sean. No one in the Sia family dared to challenge me, including Sean. I thought I had won. Until I was 45, due to health issues, I couldn't get pregnant again. In attempting IVF, with constant injections and relentless work, my body finally gave out, and I died suddenly on a business trip. Before my remains were even buried, Maya returned to the country with her son. Sean, she, and Andy hugged and cried as if they had suffered greatly. My ashes and portrait were casually thrown into the trash. Watching Maya eagerly move in and Andy take over my company, I realized my entire life had been paving the way for others. At night, during their bedside whispers, Maya tearfully said to Sean, "Honey, you've suffered these 20 years. You secretly got a vasectomy for me and deliberately set up Livia to work for our son's benefit. Thank you, honey, I love you so much." Sean kissed Maya's forehead. "Maya, I love you too. You followed me since you were 20, I'd do anything for you." I wondered why I couldn't get pregnant no matter how hard I tried later on. It turned out Sean had gotten a vasectomy long ago. My heart was filled with indescribable regret or indignation, feeling like my whole life was a joke. When I opened my eyes again, I was back to the moment Sean confessed to me. He had just returned from a business trip, still wearing the suit I had specially ordered for him, sitting on the sofa looking dashing. Sean sighed, "Livia, let's part amicably. Maya is pregnant, though it was an accident, she's given me everything, I can't let her down. I want to marry her and keep this child, I'm sorry to wrong you. For the divorce, besides compensating you with $3 billion, you can repurchase your stocks at market price, and the villa we're living in now plus the cars at home are all yours. These years, I've let you down." To be fair, the conditions Sean proposed were quite good. If I didn't love this person, it would be a great deal. But I met him at 18 and married at 20. When Sean was starting his business and struggling, I managed the company with him. Later, when his parents got older and unwell, I stepped back to take care of the family and the elders. I never imagined Sean would stab me in the back, right in the fatal spot. So in my previous life, I hated him intensely and spent my whole life seeking revenge. Now, looking at my barely 30-year-old face in the mirror, my eyes showed slight fatigue from cooking for my in-laws and managing household chores. My clothes were outdated, as I felt sorry for Sean's hard-earned money. My whole being exuded the aura of a homemaker. My heart trembled, feeling pity for myself. How did I let my life become like this? Why didn't I know how to enjoy life? While lost in thought, Sean repeated the divorce matter. He was somewhat impatient. Just as he was about to warn me, he heard my cool response, "Okay." Sean was stunned. "What?" I said, "Okay, I agree to the divorce, and agree to you repurchasing the shares at market price." "Sean, let's part amicably." Perhaps shocked by my decisiveness, Sean looked at me for a long time. He left with, "Good that you agree, tomorrow I'll have the lawyer contact you," and hurried away. I took a deep breath, turned around, and saw my in-laws on the second floor. They already knew about Maya's pregnancy and wanted to see if I would make a scene. Seeing my decisiveness, their expressions were awkward. With forced smiles, my mother-in-law pushed my father-in-law away. Left alone in the living room, I reflected on my rebirth. Sean's secretary was efficient. Just a week later, Maya dared to enter the house openly. In my previous life, Sean protected her well because she was young, so I rarely dealt with her. Now, suddenly facing the 20-year-old Maya, I felt inexplicable hatred. But I tried to conceal it. I knew the fault lay with Sean. Maya was just a fly that stuck on. She was treated like a treasure by the Xie family. My mother-in-law, who had been cold to me for 10 years, smiled so amiably at someone for the first time. She kept feeding Maya fruits, touching her belly, looking greatly comforted. I didn't go in to cause trouble and retreated to the car, calling Sean. "Have the secretary come out, I'll sign in the car. Since you've given me the villa, have uncle and aunt move out tomorrow. I don't like outsiders in the house. Transfer the money to my account first, we'll handle the equity transfer procedures quickly, and get the certificate once done." Sean was silent on the other end, then sneered after a while. "You're straightforward. As if I was after the money." I didn't respond. Conflicting with him now was meaningless, the priority was to finalize things quickly. Perhaps provoked by my attitude, or because Sean didn't want to wrong Maya, a month later, I received nearly $8 billion in total compensation and a divorce certificate. The second I left the Civil Affairs Bureau, I listed the villa online for sale. Sean followed me. When I almost fell, he grabbed my arm. His expression showed some guilt. "Livia, what do you plan to do next?" I was checking the villa's price and didn't hear clearly. What? What do you plan to do?" "Me?" I looked at him strangely. "Plan to get a haircut, buy some clothes. After all, divorce is like rebirth, gotta celebrate, right?" Sean was choked, his expression cooling. "Your temper is still so stubborn. Though we can't be husband and wife, since we've known each other, I still want to advise you. When we were young and financially strained, we carelessly decided to be DINK without knowing what it meant. As parents age and my career succeeds, I start to understand how important heirs are. I know you hate your dad's affair and your stepmother's abuse, so you're stubbornly refusing to have children. But Livia, life is long, without your own bloodline, you'll be lonely in old age. I just don't want my parents to miss seeing grandchildren, don't want to be unfilial, so I chose to take responsibility for Maya, hope you understand." He rambled on, just as my cab arrived. I calmly pulled away his hand and got into the car. Before it drove off, I gave him the international gesture of friendship. "Sean, cheating is cheating, don't make it sound so noble. No matter how you spin it, Maya is still the mistress, and that child is still illegitimate, you can't change that fact. I'm happy about the divorce because I don't have to deal with your mess anymore. Wish you bitch and dog a long-lasting match, goodbye forever." Cursing Sean felt satisfying, and the divorce had no impact on me. Perhaps my previous life had exhausted all my love for him, now separating felt like removing a lump of rotten flesh, incredibly refreshing. The day after getting the certificate, I went to a high-end salon for curls and the highlight color I'd always wanted. Then I bought dozens of outfits in one go, completely revamping my wardrobe. Seeing the fresh and youthful self in the mirror, I couldn't help but tear up. "Livia, you look so good. These years, you've worked hard." With 9 figures lying in my account, even doing nothing would earn interest, no rush to make money for now. Lounging on the sofa, I deleted Sean, his parents, relatives one by one, left the family groups, and deleted most of Sean's friends. My contacts became clean. Flipping through, I saw Mia, who owns a bar. After thinking, I called her. I'd been busy with family before, rarely contacting. She was surprised by the sudden call. "Hello, Livia, why think of me?" I smiled slightly. "Divorced, don't call me Livia, call me rich woman Livia now." "Fuck." Mia yelled, "Really? Where are you? I'll pick you up now." Her gossip intent was obvious. Half an hour later, after hearing everything, Mia looked like she wanted to say something but stopped. I quickly stopped her. Sis, don't pity me, I'm super rich now. Mia, you make sense. She wiped her face. So sis, what do you want now? I smacked my lips. Well, from when Sean hooked up with Maya, it's been 2 years since I had any action. You know many people, any clean, healthy handsome guys? Get me too. As soon as I said I wanted male models, Mia got excited. In half a day, several profiles were sent. I spotted Adrian, the cleanest in temperament, not just looks, but his background as a top student from a university. Why would such an excellent guy take a detour? I raised an eyebrow and had Mia bring him to the hotel that night. At night, in the Xinghao presidential suite, I first met the 23-year-old Adrian. He was tall, his features better than in photos, slightly dark skin, with a faint student vibe in his eyes. With years of interview experience, I could tell he was a standard good student. Dressed in shirt and pants, his body was unnaturally stiff, face full of shame. Unfortunately, I had no mercy, just wanted to indulge. I walked over, lifted his chin. You're Adrian? He shyly hummed. His innocence pleased me. He was incredibly good-looking. Clear eyes, long lashes, rosy lips, like a seductive demon. I pinched his chin, forcing his deep eyes to meet mine. Your price is 500,000, reasonably, it's quite expensive. But I like you, willing to pay, whether you get it all depends on your performance tonight. Adrian took a deep breath. Sister, rest assured, I'll serve you well tonight. His hands shook badly, ears to neck all red. When kissing me, he was so inexperienced he nicked my lip with his teeth. I couldn't help but laugh softly. So pure, so clean, so cute. I flipped over, pinning him, unbuttoning his shirt one by one. Little brother, you're lucky, it's my first time with a male model, no kinks. I just haven't had intimacy for a long time, want to comfort myself, release stress. After tonight, you'll get what you want. Adrian grunted, his hands involuntarily holding my waist, sinking with me. The next morning, I got up refreshed. Adrian was still sleeping. I left the card on the nightstand, kissed his cheek, and left. Decisive as I was, I didn't notice the tears falling from the bed as the door closed. Nor did I think there would be more entanglements with Adrian. The second thing after rebirth was to use information asymmetry to invest in some projects. Money is endless, I won't risk my life earning it again. But investing in promising projects and earning from shares is fine. I found Vivian, my chief assistant from my previous life, still slaving away at another company, and poached him with high pay. Hearing about finding projects, Vivian was timid. Livia, I have no experience in this, why trust me? How to explain? That in my previous life, even after I died, he desperately protected my rights, clashing with Andy. Or that it led to him being blacklisted in the industry, living poorly, refusing to bow to the Xie family until death? I hadn't given Vivian much, just over $1 million in salary, not even a car, yet he was loyal to that extent. During my soul's wandering days, I always felt guilty about it. I took a deep breath and bullshitted, because I have innate spiritual power and see your great potential. Just find people and projects, I'm not investing randomly, we'll discuss suitable ones in depth, don't stress. Vivian then accepted and started working seriously. He was truly capable. In a few days, he presented a project. This is a game my university junior and his team made. It was about to launch, but a big company plagiarized it, crushing them almost out of business. I've seen their underlying logic, whether smoothness or visual effects, it's completely different, the plagiarizer can't compare, and they probably want to suppress then acquire. If we can collaborate, I'm sure it'll be profitable. Livia, want to check it out? So, half a month after parting, I met Adrian again, as investor and investee. Adrian, in a slightly cheap suit, appeared at the appointed cafe. The moment he pushed the door, his lips turned pale. His pupils contracted, staring at me intensely, as if in extreme fear. Soon, I knew why he was afraid. Behind him, 3 or 4 people straggled in, calling, Adrian, why aren't you moving? Adrian's back chilled, walking in awkwardly. I said gently, Adrian, don't be afraid, I won't eat you. He instantly blushed from ears to neck. Luckily, his burly subordinates didn't notice. The project presentation went smoothly. I was interested in their game-lost path. Given time, it would surely make money. I signaled Vivian, who handed over a contract. This is the cooperation method Livia expects, please review. We'll invest $5 million, taking 40% shares. Future revenue sharing will be based on dividend sections. This is the initial version, take it back to discuss, and we'll proceed once decided. Adrian kept glancing at me, silent. Thinking they might need to discuss, I went to the restroom. Coming out, Adrian was outside. Extremely awkward, he stammered, sis. Thank you for today. Knowing what he wanted to say, I interrupted decisively, though I don't know why you went that route before, seeing you start a business and do the project so well, you're surely a good person, rest assured, our matter is over. From today, we're just partners. Take the investment and work hard, send me more dividends later, that's all. Future company dealings will be handled by Vivian, I won't disturb or entangle you, just be your Adrian. I'm not someone with strong desires, and I dislike romantic entanglements with people who can help me make money. Though Adrian is handsome, with money, men are plentiful. No need to cause conflicts over this. After Livia left, Adrian couldn't recover for a long time. He had taken the wrong path out of desperation for money for his grandma's heart surgery, then despaired upon discovering she was his investor. He feared his scandal being known, nailed to the pillar of shame forever. Unexpectedly, Livia indifferently said she wouldn't entangle him. Suddenly, Adrian's heart was bitter and sour, indescribable. After completing the investment in Adrian's project, I incidentally got Vivian a car, rented an office, and let him handle daily operations. As for myself, I prepared to go out and play. Not sure if unlucky, but at the randomly chosen seaside, I ran into Maya and Sean. They had already gotten married, held a grand banquet, now in Sean's circle, I was a joke. Maya probably misplaced her position, so when we met face to face, she looked quite smug. Covering her abdomen smugly, oh, isn't this Sister Livia? Long time no see, are you well? Why travel alone without finding a man? I couldn't be bothered with her. My mind was on where to play next. Beside her, Sean's eyes roamed over me. After 10 years as a couple, I immediately recognized his unconcealed amazed look. Indeed, Sean was never a good guy. After Maya's pregnancy, perhaps oversupplemented, though her looks remained, she was quite swollen. In contrast, I was in a strap dress with big waves, heavily invested in from face to nails, exuding refinement. Not to mention Sean, in 10 minutes sitting here, 5 or 6 men approached for contacts. He naturally couldn't resist being moved. After adding another guy's contact, Sean, having sent Maya back to the room, hurried over. Full of displeasure, he blocked me. Livia, what are you doing? They approach you, why agree? I like it, of course agree if I like. You, Sean flushed, gnashing teeth, you're divorced, how can you be so casual? I wanted to laugh, finger on temple, Sean, I don't understand, divorce means single, why can't I find men? Sean so agitated, what, want to queue too? Hee, pity I'm not interested in used goods, you're unqualified. Go back to your little pregnant wife, you're a dad now, don't think of such shameless things. Just as I finished, a guy in swim trunks and vest approached. Beautiful miss, may I have the chance to invite you to sunbathe at the beach? Until Livia's figure disappeared, Sean got up to return to the room. At the door, he was still distracted. Maya was awake, sulking on the sofa. Seeing Sean enter, she immediately snapped, Sean, where were you? Did you go to that little bitch? Sean paused, realizing he and Livia were divorced, the pregnant woman before him was his new wife. He couldn't help feeling annoyed. The slightly swollen, fierce-eyed person before him was ugly. Sean clearly remembered choosing Maya for her hot figure, gentle care, soft speech, completely unlike the housework busy, unadorned Livia. How in just months had she become so unattractive? Sean grew irresistibly irritable. His mind was full of Livia walking away with another man. Post-divorce Livia became charming and alluring, fair skin, full S-curves, few men could resist. She walked with that man, after the walk, then what? Dinner, kisses, intimacy? Sean felt vinegar bubbling in his heart, sourness soaking it. Extremely annoyed. Maya on the sofa, experienced, could see Sean's distraction. She immediately thought of the earlier encounter with Livia, knowing he likely regretted it. Furious, her head buzzing, she grabbed an ashtray and threw it. The hard glass hit Sean's foot, hurting badly. Sean couldn't hold back and cursed, "What are you doing? Are you crazy?" Maya rushed over, slapping him twice. "Yes, I'm crazy, pregnant watching you flirt with your ex-wife. Sean, in my belly is the Xie family's golden grandson. If not for you, I wouldn't get pregnant so young. Now you're fickle, do you deserve me? You shameless old thing." The words old thing made Sean's face uglier. He took a deep breath, facing Maya without gentleness. Almost immediately exuding a superior aura, looking down, "Maya, think about what you're saying. Plenty of women want to bear my child, if unwilling, abort it, I won't force you." He turned and left. Maya panicked, tried to chase, but tripped and fell, something warm flowing out. She screamed in pain for Sean, but he never looked back. Miles and I walked the beach for 2 hours. The young guy was sweet-talking, making me smile uncontrollably. He wanted to photo me, praising while shooting, saying I looked like a fairy. To return the emotional value, I gave Miles an LV bracelet. Overjoyed, on the way back, he coaxed me to post on Moments. "Sister, you're so good-looking, gotta show off." "Yeah, seems fine." Under Miles' guidance, I posted some live photos. At the hotel downstairs, Miles wanted to escort me up. His humming tone was quite enticing. But I dislike people of unknown origins, fearing uncleanliness. I hinted to stop. "Miles, be good, I'm tired, play next time." Soft tone, but cold eyes. Sensible Miles understood, reluctantly asked for my contact. Back at the hotel, just changed shoes, Adrian called. His voice low, with subtle magnetism. "Sister." "You, went to the sea alone?" Silence there. Not wanting to ruin the partnership, Adrian calling so late, something? "If company, contact Vivian, he's clearer." Adrian interrupted, "No, not company." He breathed deeply. I want to see you." The man to woman kind. I licked my lips, reason and desire clashing. "Adrian, do you know what you're saying? You said you didn't want people knowing we slept together." "I know." Adrian's voice deeper, "I know what I'm doing." "Sister, I want to see you, can I?" Actually, I craved his body too. Though slim, Adrian had a great figure, and his first time was with me, somewhat unforgettable. "Okay, but now, I'm in Beihai, you can't come." Next second, knock. On phone, Adrian, "Sister, open the door." Hard to describe at 30-something, opening the door to see the young boy you like standing there, how dreamy. I just remember seeing Adrian, pouncing, jumping into his arms, extremely excited. Adrian hugged me tightly. His locking arms muscles hot. Thin lips at my ear, licking my earlobe. "Sister, miss you so much, really miss you." Enchanted, my breathing rapid, barely hearing, I tilted head to kiss him. Over 4 hours later, soaking in the tub, we had time to talk. I asked, "How did you come?" Adrian muffled, "Saw your Moments, afraid you had a new guy." Oh, remembered afternoon Miles' live photos, probably recorded his voice. Open to listen, indeed several, sister. Couldn't help laughing, so you came? Adrian buried head in my neck, don't want you to have a new little brother. I didn't know how to respond. After all, I just wanted a bed partner, not emotions. So pushed his head, seriously, Adrian, I must tell you something. I just divorced, facing this colorful world, hard to have only one little brother. Dealing with Vivian so long, he should know my affairs. Just divorced, ending 10 years of love, impossible to fall for another quickly, especially 7 years younger. After a while, Adrian, I don't want status, just like you, want a fair chance. He looked at me, eyes seriously almost burning my heart. I couldn't say hurtful words, just patted his head. I can only promise, when with you, no other men simultaneously. Though euphemistic, Adrian felt it was a chance. Back at company, he transferred 20% shares to me. His explanation, adults use money to show intent. I neither agreed nor disagreed, no one refuses money, and I'm not a saint anyway. Adrian was really great at running the company, Lost Path launched, daily active users over 10 million, recharge flow over 100 million. In months, the founding college students became hot new rich. As boss, Adrian's net worth soared. The company held a celebration banquet. As investor, I sat at the main table. Adrian beside me, next was his recently recovered grandma. She chattered to me. I learned his 500,000 sale was for grandma's medical fees. Actually, should have thought, such an excellent person wouldn't sell his body unless for life-saving. First guilt after rebirth. Clearly, one more question could preserve a good person's dignity. But for selfish desire, I destroyed it. Couldn't sit anymore, even regretted entangling with Adrian. Even if Adrian doesn't blame now, if he regrets later, would he see me as a thorn like Sean? Would I need to fight wits? I can't fight anymore, 2 lives, I just want to slack, simple relations, just be happy myself. Watching Adrian finish speech and step down, I got up to leave. Coldly to Vivian, I have something, leaving first, handle the rest. Then quickly left the hall. Just at elevator, Adrian chased. Panicked, sister, are you angry? Sorry, I shouldn't force you to meet grandma, I was wrong, let's go home, okay? I stared at this young face, since company stabilized, Adrian increasingly boss-like. Even Vivian said Adrian progressed rapidly, or a stronger daily. I sighed, hearing my cool voice. Adrian, let's end it. He stunned. Why? We're not compatible. My tone decisive. Said early we should keep partner relation, no more. Now your company making money, you can live well, we should end here. Adrian misunderstood. I know, my net worth not enough, sister, give me time, I'll have wealth matching you. His body shook badly. Watching, I felt more guilty. Such sincere good person, falling into my hands, scarred me, unfair to him. He deserves younger, livelier girl to walk life with. I stepped back half, distancing. Seriously to Adrian, no need, even if you have more money later, I won't date a male model origin boyfriend. Adrian, though only we know your detour, in my eyes, you'll never have a chance. Words just out, Adrian's face paled. Chilling aura lingered, long after, he said, I understand, Miss Livia, I offended. He turned and left quickly, tearing my heart. Touching the aching heart, I wanted to laugh. Amazing, lived nearly 70 or 80, still sad over love. Head up, tears back, letting them trace cold marks in heart. Livia, one shouldn't fall twice in same place. Look forward. I started preparing to settle abroad. While instructing Vivian on company handovers, Maya found me, saying she wanted divorce. Looking at this thinner woman, I didn't know what to say. Maya had much to vent, mainly blaming me for ruining her marriage. Just starting, you know? I miscarried, all your fault. If that day at hotel you didn't seduce my husband. I raised hand to interrupt, wait, Miss Maya. Maya, question mark. You came for this? Yes, to let you know how despicable and low you are. I stood, grabbed bag, left. Oh, don't want to hear, bye. Left Maya disheveled alone. Soon, she called, Livia, why so carefree, you fucking. I hung up with a thud, blacklisted the number. Annoying, not a word I wanted. My time precious, why waste on scum? No way. Before leaving country, had Vivian transfer most of Adrian's company shares back, keeping only 10%. Probably too decisive, Adrian reacted, calling like crazy. I blacklisted directly. Near takeoff, stomach churning, vomited in toilet half day, very dizzy. An auntie saw, said, "Girl, are you pregnant?" Then remembered period long overdue. Got someone to buy pregnancy test, seeing the bright 2 lines, mind blank. I don't dislike kids, opposite, think raising one heavy responsibility, fear she'd be unhappy like me, suffer, so unwilling to have. That night with Adrian intense, thinking safe period, no protection. Ironically, unintended pregnancy when planned DINK. Hesitated seconds, decisively keep child without father. Anyway, settling abroad, secretly have child, no one knows. Didn't expect Sean to chase. He somehow heard of my going abroad, flew straight to my villa area. Seeing me sunbathing, rushed, "Livia, finally found you." I looked at him. "Oh, what is it?" Sean excited, "I divorced Maya, she accidentally miscarried, no need to continue with her." I didn't understand, miscarried can get pregnant again. She's young, surely can bear. Sean hummed annoyed, "She doesn't deserve." "Livia, now I realize I still love you. You don't know, since you left, home's a mess. Dad's health worsening, mom always sighing, whole family can't do without you. Livia, come back okay?" Actually, during post-divorce days, I heard some about Sia family. Sean's parents good to Maya, making her spoiled, turning home chaotic. Elder's health already poor, this tossing shortened life by years. When awaited grandson gone, more disgusted with Maya, want to drive out. But, what does it have to do with me? I'm not that lowly. I smiled, touching belly, "Sean, too late, I'm pregnant." Sean stunned, "Whose seed, some pretty boys?" "No, spent money for it." Unwilling to say more, drove him out. "Don't come, we can't reunite." Sean persistent, "No, Livia, you can abort, we have our own." He asserted, "Yes, we have our own, 3, to inherit family business." Anyway, 10 years together, like family, no one knows each other better. Sean, if brain sick, get treated, don't crazy here. Hadn't know before, this person selfish to this extent. Actually suggest aborting a life. Couldn't bother, told security no entry later. I returned to house holding anger. Months later, Vivian messaged, "Adrian has girlfriend, relationship fast, might engage soon." Hearing, heart stuffy. This discomfort sank to belly, finally inducing full-term child. After painful night, I finally had blood connected, completely mine, child. I named daughter Dale, meaning peace and joy. Eyes like Adrian, nose mouth like me, personality easy to raise. When Dale 5, company matter needed me back country. Though I forbade Vivian mentioning Adrian, likely he's married. To avoid trouble, set meeting in Xicheng, nearly 100 miles from Nanchang. But stepping into hotel, faced Adrian arm in arm with woman in lobby. More mature handsome than past, black coat, attracting glances. I hid in corner, silent. Because phone had daughter's video call. Planned to wait till Adrian finished procedures. But unluckily, turning, our eyes met. His deeper eyes than past grazed over me eerily. After a while, "Livia, long time." Pointed to girl, "This is my girlfriend, Rose." "Rose, this is our company shareholder, Livia." The girl Rose gracefully nodded greeting. Her look at me had no hostility. Heart sour for seconds, then inexplicably relieved. Always remembered promise to Adrian, plus years busy with child, no mind for this. Now he moved on, I can find new too. Mixed feelings, bid Adrian and Rose bye. Immersed in thought, didn't notice. After elevator closed, Rose puzzled looked at man. "Adrian, why say I'm your girlfriend?" Adrian stared at closed door, silent. Keen as he, didn't miss Livia's fleeting relief. That expression ignited infinite anger. 5 years, trapped in mire 5 years, Livia unaware. Even happy he had someone. Adrian clenched fists involuntarily, fearing he'd rush and strangle that heartless woman. Back to room, started packing. Daughter coming soon, must not let her meet Adrian. Dale is mini Adrian, if seen, no DNA needed, no it's his. Lifted suitcase thinking change hotel, entering elevator, met old acquaintance. Miles saw me, I surprised. Hey, sis, long time. Long time. He sidled up, intending to follow. Though thinking find new, this playboy I can't afford. Thinking of reason to leave. But Miles super enthusiastic, followed to underground parking, wanting passenger seat. As hand touched door, shadow emerged, yanked collar back. Miles shocked, who? Adrian's face stank, none your business. I have things to discuss with Livia, scram. Miles confused, wanted to charge, scared by Adrian's expression. After Miles left grumbling, I looked at Adrian. Adrian, what's the meaning? Has girlfriend, yet vinegar face chasing away my man, what's that? Adrian silent. Seeing his attitude, I got stuffy too. Originally set meeting here to not trouble him. Met fine, but conflicting with my person. What right Adrian has to fuss repeatedly. Couldn't bother talk, went to driver's door, about to open, hand blocked. Adrian's tall body covered, head down pressing neck, forcefully kissed. Tearing, gnawing, hot lips tongue stirring mouth, messing my nerves. Just about to speak, Adrian's hand into my clothes. Brain buzz exploded, couldn't help grunt. Just when thought all out of control, he stopped suddenly. Buried head and neck, cried. Hot tears down collar onto skin, I inexplicably guilty. No, why cry again, clearly he force-kissed me. Adrian hugged deadly tight, sobbing. Sister, no matter what I do, you won't give me a chance? Unfair, I was male model once, that guy just now is a gigolo. You'd rather talk to him than me, why? My first was yours, no others in heart, why no chance? My throat hoarse, don't you have girlfriend? Big head shook, arms tighter. Lied, wanted to see you jealous, you had no reaction. Adrian slightly up, red eyes looking. Sister, can you look at me? I've really tried hard, company annual revenue 9 figures, bought house car, invested several projects. Know you dislike playboys, these years kept clean, waiting for you turn back. Since you want man, can give me chance, sister, really miss you. I felt guilty, really, seeing him cry like pear blossoms in rain, heart numb. Couldn't say harsh words, gentle tone. Okay, give you chance, actually these years no others. Joy exploded in Adrian's eyes, deep breath, wanted hug. I blocked, handed phone. Since serious dating, must tell you one thing. What? I had a child, half genes yours. Adrian froze, longed to react meaning. Smacked lips, speechless. I took out Dale's photo, child 5 this year, looks like you. On way, can meet soon. Pregnancy accident, sorry no notice. If you mind, can compensate. Dazed Adrian moved, you, how compensate? I shrugged, beauty or money, your choice. He deep breathed, thinking. Long, suddenly hummed laugh. Haha, the sister I like, indeed not ordinary. I said what obsessed me these years, why enchanted unforgettable you. Livia, you're amazing, no woman as carefree as you. He lowered head, bit neck, strong bloody smell. From now, you heartless woman, belong to me. I looked at those crimson eyes, flickering inexplicable excitement, making me chaotic. Want laugh, want scream. Tilted head kissed him directly. Adrian, give you chance to conquer me. Whether long-lasting, depends on your performance. Extra. 3rd year back in Nanching, met Sean at banquet. His company mismanaged, huge losses, hoping big deal revive. And that deal's client was my enterprise. So seeing Sean approach with wine, stunned, I wanted laugh. He probably felt lost face, coughed, Livia, long time. Long time. Turned to leave. Pulled by Sean, you, can give me that order? Actually bold beggar. I laughed angrily, speechless, Sean, why think I'd easily give billion deal to you? He gasped, after all, we were couple, some affection. Affection? Ha ha ha, funny. Sean, you didn't forget giving me green hat. I just lazy to argue, doesn't mean forgot. Sean awkward stunned, this, how long passed, and I divorced Maya. As if remembering, right, heard Sue Group President single, meaning you're alone now, raising child solo. Livia, how about this? I'm single too, we marry, merge companies, grow business, win-win right? I don't know how his brain became this, lazy to respond. But Sean energized, pulling me to continue. Then Adrian came, hugged me, smacked kiss. As wished, saw Sean stiffen. Adrian amused looked, what Sean saying to my girlfriend? Let me hear too? Sean couldn't utter word. I amused looked at vinegar-faced someone beside, soothing pinched palm, counter held tight. Really, can't look away moment, flies come instantly. This guy, really. Couldn't help lean kiss him. Adrian then somewhat happy. I took chance, let's go, Dale waiting home. Okay, go. Months later, heard Sia Corp bankrupted. Sean sold house pay debt, took parents back hometown. Before leaving, came to Soup Corp want see me, I ignored. Sean waited downstairs long, left despondently.